Thank you for watching the standard operating procedures video. My name is Chaz. Today I'm going to walk you through properly deploying the 2-foot muscle wall system in a flood control scenario, both effectively and safely. When deploying the muscle wall system, there's a few items we recommend having on hand prior to the installation process. A trash pump with its hoses, a shovel, a few sandbags per wall, a lifting dolly, a hammer, a measuring tape, a knife, big gap filler foam, marking paint, Gorilla tape, string, and gloves. A trencher is also recommended if the walls are deployed on dirt. Remove the safety strap that is connecting the walls to the pallet. Start at the top bundle of the pallet by removing the upside down wall first. Slightly lift the wall up to disconnect the bundle and lower the wall using proper lifting techniques. When removing the upright wall of the bundle, slide the wall to the front of the pallet, gently lower the wall to the ground. For the subsequent upside down walls of each bundle, gently lower the walls to its back. Place hands on the side of the wall and gently lower to the ground. When setting the walls in place, always make sure that the toe of the muscle wall is facing towards the water. Once you have your first wall in its desired location, you begin connecting the walls together by using the connection joints. A male connector and a female connector will slide into place and give you the firm connection. The walls have a 22-degree range of motion, 11 degrees forward and 11 degrees backwards. There may be some situations that you want more flexibility, even make a 90-degree turn. We have corner units that install the same way as the walls, with the male and a female connection on the corresponding sides. They simply slide into place just as a wall would, and they're also reversible. So if there's a situation where you need to go forward, you can simply flip it upside down and slide it into place. One of the components of the system is a safety strap. We use it to secure the joint as well as tie down the liner. Through the kiss screws in the middle of the wall, we insert the safety strap. At this point in the installation, we're not going to connect or ratchet down the strap. We'll wait until we install the liner to secure it all at the same time. Strapping the corner is the same as strapping the walls. You'll put the strap through the kiss screws, and at this point you'll leave the strap unratcheted to ratchet the liner further on in the installation. Once the walls have been set in place, you can begin to fill them with water at that time. There are 2 holes on the top of each wall that will allow for the hose to be placed inside to fill the walls with water. To properly install the liner will vary depending on the surface. In this video, we will cover properly installing the liner on cement and asphalt, grass, and dirt. Begin deploying the liner by unfolding or rolling the liner out in front of the toe of the wall and pulling the liner with 2 or 3 people up and over the wall until it reaches the ground on the back side of the muscle wall. Cut holes in the liner on the back side of the wall where the straps are coming through the kiss screws. The slit should be horizontal to the ground, approximately 3 inches in length. Use extreme caution anytime cutting the liner. Pull the straps through the holes in the liner and ratchet them down. Before securing the front of the liner, it's important to make sure that there's no gap between the liner and the wall itself. Before applying the foam, place a solid row of sandbags approximately a foot from the edge of the liner. It's recommended to run a chalk line at the front edge of the liner as a reference for applying the foam. Peel back the front edge of the liner, apply 2 lines of foam, one just inside of the chalk line and the other 3 to 4 inches inside. Once the individual applying the foam has applied 10 to 15 feet, the next person can begin by replacing the liner over the top of the foam and rolling the continuous line of sandbags over the top, just over the front edge of the liner, to create the watertight seal. When deploying the muscle wall system on any type of dirt or soil, we recommend, in order to gain a watertight seal, using the trenching method. A trencher is also recommended to use to dig the trench, generally 18 inches deep and 1.5 to 2 feet in front of the wall. Roll the liner out, pull the liner up and over the wall, cut holes in the liner on the back side of the wall where the straps are coming through the kiss-throughs. The slit should be horizontal to the ground, approximately 3 inches in length. Use extreme caution anytime cutting the liner. Pull the straps through the holes in the liner and ratchet them down. Fold back the liner in the front over the trench, approximately the amount of liner desired to go into the trench. At this point, have someone walk along the toe of the wall to get rid of any tenting and make sure that the liner is flush against the wall. Unfold the front edge of the liner and place in the trench. Backfill the trench and compact the dirt. In some situations, it may be necessary to bring in extra dirt to completely fill the trench. Place a sandbag along the toe of the wall, approximately 1 bag per wall. When deploying muscle wall on grass and trenching is not desired, we recommend using the lawn stake method as a quick and easy alternative for securing the liner. Roll the liner out, pull the liner up and over the wall, cut holes in the liner on the back side of the wall where the straps are coming through the kiss-throughs. The slit should be horizontal to the ground, approximately 3 inches in length. Use extreme caution anytime cutting the liner. Pull the straps through the holes in the liner and ratchet them down. Before securing the front of the liner, it's important to make sure that there's no gap between the liner and the wall itself. Place a sandbag along the toe of the wall, approximately 1 bag per wall. A few inches in from the front edge of the liner, place a lawn stake every 6 inches through the liner and into the ground along the length of the wall. There will be situations when 2 liners need to be seamed together. In this case, overlap one of the liners over the top of the other approximately 4 to 5 feet. Using the Gorilla Tape, start at the top of the seam and run the tape the length of the seam all the way to the ground. Repeat this process 2 more times for a total of 3 strips running the length of the seam. Cut 2-foot lengths of tape, place them perpendicular to the seam, beginning at the top of the wall and running the length of the seam all the way to the ground. Remove sandbags from off the front of the liner. Properly dispose of any contaminated sand and/or sandbags. Disconnect the straps, roll up and place in the storage container. Remove liner from the wall and fold for future installations. There are 2 possible options for removing water from inside of the wall. The first is the bung plug on the back side of the muscle wall. We have provided a bung plug wrench that allows you to unscrew the bung plug on the back side of the wall to release the water from inside. The second option is to use a trash pump to suck the water out, which will allow you to control the flow of the water as well as potentially clean up any debris along the way. To disconnect the wall, lift the wall until it is completely free of the connection and safely lower to the ground. Be sure to always exercise proper lifting technique when moving the walls. If foam was used during the installation, scrape up as much as possible, sweep and collect to dispose of accordingly. Use a pressure washer to spray and clean up any remaining residue. When restacking 2-foot muscle walls, there's 16 walls that go on one pallet. It's 4 rows of 4 walls. Make sure that the walls always have the male end and the female end on the corresponding sides. If there's a wall that has the opposite, it's installed incorrectly. Before ever moving the wall, make sure that the safety strap in front is tightly secured and that the walls are firmly in place. When stacking the walls on the pallet will consist of bundles of 2 walls. Each bundle will have a wall that is placed upright, with the second wall being upside down, resting on the toe of the wall, and when properly secured will snap into place. Once the pallet has been completed, run a safety strap up and over the walls to secure the walls to the pallet.